What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. We are sitting at about $396, you guys, and things are looking really good. I was looking at the 4-hour time frame today, and the volume is not perfect, but on the 4-hour, it kind of fits this narrative of an inverse head and shoulders a little bit more than it does on the daily. Right, because on the daily, you've got a lot of volume down here, and that's not normally how it goes. Normally you get the volume like decreasing as it goes on. On the 4-hour, the higher levels of volume absolutely are on the left shoulder here. If we put this right like at the top there, it's pretty close on the head, but technically it is lower, so it does fit. And I don't know if this isn't an inverse head and shoulders. That's okay. It is a kind of funky head looking on the 4-hour, but unorthodox patterns do happen sometimes. And if it's not, perhaps we still see some kind of similar result on this breakout here. But when I look at it on the daily, it looks very perfect. You don't have to go down to this area. That's what I was saying on my last video, but I think that any day now we are going to break out of this. And I was trying to figure out yesterday, right? I was taking this high to low here. I don't normally expect that you break above the 618 on your first attempt, right? And I was saying at these current prices, or maybe it was like $10 lower, I was like, I thought that we were going to move up $200, and then I was looking at the 61869 area. It's not quite $200. It's more like $150. I was like, that's not right. I'm like, I don't know what I was looking at to get those numbers, right? The 786 is up here, but generally I wouldn't call for a move that would break out of this area. I'd more expect that you reject it first, pull back, find support, and then move up. You can just tear right through it. That's less common, but the pattern itself, if we look at the pattern for what it's worth here, hold on, right there, from a low point, from a low point to a high point of the pattern, if we were to put this right at like the breakout zone, that move itself, am I doing this right, would take us up to about $570, which is closer to 200. I thought I had a better number than that. Let me see. Maybe it was this low. Maybe this is the high. Let's see if we can line it up. 576, huh? That's funny. I swear I was looking at it earlier and it was at like 580, but still higher numbers than the 618. This would lead me to believe that we break through the 618 if this pattern comes to fruition, if we do break out, that we could break through the 618 on the first attempt or do something similar to what Bitcoin's doing right now, right? Which is, actually, I might need to look at it on the daily, which is from a high to a low here of its relative range, finding resistance at the 618, but not seeing that normal rejection down, and perhaps you just continue on through. I don't know. At any rate, I'm not worried about Bitcoin Cash in the short term. If it does go down, and it might go down in the short term a little bit, right? We're at 396. It could go down to like 370 again or 380. If it does, I'm not worried about it, right? I'm not gonna panic. So if anybody sees the price go down over the next couple days, I hope nobody's panicking and worrying about the price, because I think it's totally fine. And we will probably break out of this sooner than later. But on a 4-hour perspective, the 4-hour RSI looks fine as well. On a 1-hour perspective, it also looks fine. So if we went down, it wouldn't look bad. It's just, to me, it kind of, it's not what I would be calling for, I suppose. In fact, the 1-hour looks kind of like it's in an uptrend, which this kind of goes against what I said in my most recent video with Bitcoin, right? The video that I literally just made tonight, a little while ago. I don't know how long ago it was. It doesn't tell me here. Which is that I think Bitcoin might pull back over the next couple days. Bitcoin Cash might do this thing that it does sometimes, which is it won't go down with Bitcoin, right? It might just hold. Maybe it goes down less, or maybe it moves up while Bitcoin moves down, which is not normally the case, but the Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin chart itself does look very bullish. I like the daily RSI. It looks very productive right now. It looks like it wants to get into that overbought zone and start moving higher, from a low point here to a high point here. If I can get it to come on now. Low point here to a high point here. We didn't even hit the 618. I don't know, maybe we could go a little bit lower, and in which case if Bitcoin drops, Bitcoin Cash would drop a little bit more percentage-wise, but we don't have to interact with that area, but it wouldn't be crazy if we did. And actually looking at this, Bitcoin Cash versus BTC kind of has its own little weird looking inverse head and shoulders as well. But either way, I think that it's very soon that we're going to see this move break out and head higher. And that's all I got to say. So if you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Short and brief tonight. If I seem low energy, it's because I've been trying to make this video, you guys, for the last hour, and my daughter has just not let me do it. It hasn't been in the cards today. So enough of my own personal stuff. This is what we got for the night. So I appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you. Take care. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.